How far are you willing to let the government go to keep you safe? That question is getting new attention tonight in the wake of the Paris attacks and other ISIS-related carnage as of late. Chief Legal Correspondent Shannon Bream looks at what the feds are allowed to do versus what they have the capability to do.
You either want to be safe or you don't. And if you want to be safe, you have to have a reasonable level of trust in your government.
Not all Americans are convinced, especially those who fear increased government surveillance of private individuals in the wake of the Paris attacks.
People value their freedom. People value their freedom, particularly in a democracy, and they don't want the government to put in proposals that have the practical consequence of limiting the freedoms of citizens in the effort to go after the bad people.
According to U.S. government sources, without a warrant or court order, intelligence agencies like the FBI do not monitor the content of phone calls or read emails or internet communications. The government does have legal authority to collect phone metadata, which includes information like the numbers dialed, the date, time, and duration of the call, but cannot mine the data short of court authorization regarding specific facts and a potential terrorism link. Supporters of these tools say there are built-in safeguards that prevent the government from spying on law-abiding Americans and argue they're a non-negotiable part of the war on terror.
It is absolutely essential. It is every bit as important as weapons, literal physical weapons. And in a free society, there will always be a tension between how much surveillance should be allowed.
Some vocal critics, like GOP Senator and 2016 contender Rand Paul, worry that balance is tipping too often in the government's favor.
All I'm saying is use the Constitution. The Fourth Amendment says you have to name an individual, you have to name the suspicion, you have to ask a judge, but there is no authorization under the Constitution to look at everyone's record without suspicion.
Pursuant to the USA Freedom Act, the NSA must stop the bulk collection of domestic phone records on November 29th. And moving forward, it'll have to make specific requests to the phone companies themselves in order to obtain that information. Brett?
Shannon, thank you.